Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. We are in the epilogue of the game and we are now at the evening going over the entirety of the academy, talking to anyone we can find, especially members of Class 7, cause I need to know more about what they're about to do, cause I have a feeling Rean is gonna be left alone. So let's continue our rounds. We are approximately halfway through it, so let's do the other half and maybe we can get back to the dormitory and prepare for tomorrow, because it's gonna be a free day, meaning we're probably gonna have a bonding event or two, or because it's the last free day, bonding events are not gonna be a thing. I wonder, but let's see where we can go and who we can still talk to. Ah, it's you, Swartza. It is true you're going to be helping the student council again tomorrow? I wouldn't imagine one in your position would take the opportunity to rest, but I suppose that's just not your way. Yeah, for better or worse, that's just who I am. How are things back at home, by the way? I've heard that things are still kind of chaotic over in the Sutherland province. Ah, so it seems. It is certainly keeping my father busy. Celestine will be returning home to help him, so I imagine he'll be able to stay on top of things, but... Bah, what is it to you how my family is faring? Don't you have enough to worry about as things stand? Well, I have no shortage of scores to settle with you, so I appreciate it if you got back to being your old self. Otherwise, I'll simply end up speeding ahead of you before you know it come next month. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, because there's no fun having a rivalry if you are too far ahead of your rival, because that basically means you've won. There's no challenge. My father should be able to stay on top of matters, what with Celestine returning home to help him. As you're well aware, we have no shortage of matters to clear up between us, so get back to being your old self already. Otherwise, I'll simply end up speeding ahead of you before you know it, come next month. Looks like I'm finally able to go toe-to-toe with Patrick. I've got all of Bridget's support over the year to thank for that. But these aren't my laurels to rest on. A good boyfriend aims higher to make sure that he can always keep his girlfriend safe. I'd never be able to fight Patrick on equal terms without Bridget there supporting me from the start. I can't deny that going out with her has got me feeling pretty good. I'm practically bursting with confidence. Yeah, damn it, Alan, control yourself. You can't say that kind of stuff out loud in the middle of club practice. No worries, I get where you're coming from. Yes, having a girlfriend sometimes can do that to you, give me that extra burst of confidence. Instead of going home once I graduate, I plan on going on a little journey. I've weighed all my options and this one stood well above the rest. I'm curious to see how far my swordsmanship can take me, so if nothing else, I should be a very interesting experiment. I decided to ask Loggins to join me as well, so let's see how he replies. All that aside, both Ellen and Patrick have improved significantly. I haven't yet decided who should be the next club captain, but maybe there doesn't need to be one to start. Having them compete on a regular basis and transferring the captain title to whoever has the most wins might work too. Well, that technically officially would make both of them captains. Then the winning is only there to determine who takes charge at that point. Because I know where she's getting from, because she knows that the rivalry between the two is what drove them forward and got that progression so significantly. And if they're not being rivals anymore, then maybe that progression will halt, and she doesn't want that. She wants them to get stronger, and I think that's the reason why she wants to do this. It's a pretty smart idea, actually. Because with them, I think it would actually work. Ah, this is the girls' locker room. If I walked in, my death would be swift. Blissful, but swift. Anyone else? Ah, yes, there are some people at the pool. Do we have someone upstairs? Even there. Of course. Oh, they're gonna race? Better get snapping now. Woo! Now this is why the swimming club is the best club. Nothing but well-rounded photo opportunities one after another. Rest in peace, Rex, the war photographer. We hardly knew you. Yes, and I don't whistle in my mic because I've done it once and I almost blasted my own ears off in editing, so yeah. Just look at them. You can tell they've grown a lot over the past year. I've got to make sure my photos captured it just right. Yeah, but I do think Rex has changed. Instead of just trying to make illicit pictures of pretty girls, he just puts a little bit more thought behind it nowadays. Or at least, that's what I'm hoping. I enrolled in this academy figuring it'll lead me straight into the Imperial Army. The only thing I'm good at is being tough, so I always figured that'll be the best way to pay the bills, I guess. But lately, I've been wondering if that's really a good enough reason to join up. I'm pretty much ready to enlist, but do I really want to? Ever since I entered the academy, I figured I was on a beeline for the army. But now that I'm a month away from the graduation, I'm starting to second guess myself. Do I really want to do this? Which is only natural loggings, cause it's a big chosen a big responsibility on what you want to do for the rest of your life or your future. You gotta make it good one, cause you're gonna be doing it a very long time. Well, it's official. Once Klein graduates, he's going into the Imperial Army. In fact, that's where he is right now, doing some sort of training program. I was hoping to pick his brain about stuff, given that I'm the new captain of the swimming club. Oh well. But I should teach next year's batch of new recruits. I'm really gonna have to think this over. I guess lesson 1 will be getting them used to swimming in a cold pool, since it's early spring and all. Am I really cut out for this? I'm not half the man Klein is. Well, lengthwise, you practically are half the size Klein was, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you meant. And I'm sure he'll do fine. Having to race against Laura is a little panic-inducing, sure, but I can't let it put me off trying. I won't get better if I never push myself. Ever since I've known Laura, she's been helping me grow. I can't let myself get complacent now, not after all the fate and time she spent on me. You can even see Rex all the way from down here with his camera. Then let's our race begin. I expect nothing short of your best. Of course. It is a true joy to see the strides Monaca's made since I first started swimming. People are like water, always shifting, always churning, even when they look calm on the surface. I have no doubt plenty has happened beneath the surface for her. Yeah, but that's what you mean by growth. And when you go to school, that's what you're supposed to do the most. Alright, gymnasium done. Let's head over to the field, see if anyone is still out there. Ah, yes. I owe nearly as much to the riding club this year as I do to our class. My time with Thors wouldn't have been nearly as interesting if I hadn't joined. I consider myself lucky to have done so. I'm happy to hear that. Still, Rean, from what I understand, my brother owes you a lot for what you've done during your stay in Crossbell. I wouldn't say that. While I was there, I saw the extent of his political skill over and over again, and well, I feel like I only now know just how much he's capable of. In both good ways and bad, I assume. I thought I knew him just like I thought I knew my father, but in the end, they were both strangers to me. Oh, sorry, Juices. Well, enough about me. I just wish he could have seen his duty as one of the Academy's directors through to the end of the year, that's all. This year has been a hectic one, that much is sure. I just wish my brother could have seen his position as an academy director through to the end of it. I've been chosen as the next riding club captain. I can't help but feel like Eustace would have been the right person for the job though. Still, it's my responsibility now, so I'm gonna do an even better job than he would. I've been chosen to be the captain of the riding club next year. It's a lot of responsibility, but I'll prove that I was the right choice. Nobody will be better than me. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be. Ah, Lambert. I have my heart set on joining the Imperial Cavalry after graduation. We live in a rapidly changing times, but that only makes it more important for me to chart Erebonia's path as both a noble and a soldier. Besides, this provides me an opportunity to put my Thor's education to good use, the lessons I learned from the Civil War too. Why did I come to this conclusion, you ask? Well, I suppose it was Eustace's influence, and that of a dearly departed fellow second year. Ah, Crow. I have my heart set on joining the Imperial Cavalry after graduation. I recognize that I'll be treading a dangerous path, but there's no need to worry. Not as long as I have Whitecomb with me, side every step, by the way. Lambert is a nice guy, and as far as I've seen, pretty skilled in the field of combat as well, so I'm sure he'll do fine. Hugo, yeah wee bam, I hope you're ready for the flea market tomorrow. I'm gonna outsell you so hard you'll have no choice but to admit I'm the better merchant. Becky, if you only now declaring war, you've already lost. Any merchant worth his salt would have known the battle started the moment the market was announced. Did I overestimate you again? Those little plays between each other is awesome, isn't it? Aye, keep at it, mate. You will nae be laughing for long. Can I wait till you wipe that smug look off your face tomorrow? I think it's about time I prove something to her once and for all. That my knowledge of marketing theory is nearly perfect, and a project like hers stand absolutely is no chance against it. Well, don't underestimate her, Hugo, because you never know what might happen. The auditorium is locked. Well, to be honest, I see lights on the inside burning, and I think normally it's not on, is it? It could be the reflection of the evening sun, of course. But who knows, maybe they are inside prepping for tomorrow. I still can't believe that they're actually keeping the Ashen Knight here at the Academy. Well, yeah, the Ashen Knight and his pilots are both seen as heroes. They ended up the war, after all. I heard the entrance exams were crazy this year too. Everyone really wants to get in after everything that's happened. No doubt. Who wouldn't want to go someplace where you might end up with your own knight? I wonder what kind of student managed to get in. Oh, hey, heading back to your dorm? Later then. Well, that's enough about that for now. We still got enough to figure out our plans for our free day tomorrow. Wanna check out that thing they're doing in the auditorium? Oh, we're definitely gonna check that out. Cause it's something unique, something that's not normally here during our academy days, so yeah, we definitely wanna see it. Oh, it feels like the press have to work the famous Ashen Chevalier into everything lately. It's kind of wild to have to talk of the country standing right in front of me. Especially as you don't really look like a celebrity. You don't seem like any other student to me. Well, I am. I'm nothing special. Yeah, but that is Rean underselling itself. Even if he wasn't the hero of the country, in brackets of course, he would still be special considering his ogre powers. Well, it feels kinda wild to have a celebrity standing right in front of you, especially if you don't really look like a celebrity. You look like any other student. Anything new? Probably not. I'm sure at this point we're at a stage that It won't add to our booklets anymore, is it? Oh, now that the war's finally over, the continuations of stories I've been following are finally hitting the market. I think I'll take this and this for now. I can't wait to spend tomorrow just relaxing and reading in here. Yeah, I should do it more often myself, cause when I went on my trip I did buy a lot of new books and I do want to read them. Just gotta find some time. Alright, that's it. Not a lot of people at the library today. Well, only one thing left. And that is the Student Union building. And of course, where Toa is as our main objective. Oh, hey there. Oh, sorry. Wrong guy, huh? Sorry about that. I'm just so used to him coming here to mess around every day that I thought you were him. I still can't believe he's gone. Don't know if I'll ever be able to. I still can't believe he's gone, don't you? I don't know if I'll ever be able to. Feels like he's just gonna wander back in here like nothing ever happened, you know? Yeah, I think a lot of people will feel that way. Because he was a really likable guy. Ooh, one more issue? Oh, what's with this sour face? Come along. Eat up. What you need is to down a warm meal. There's nothing like a full stomach to bring a smile to your face. Ooh, busy here today. Oh, tomorrow's going to be Emily and Teresa's final day as members of the lacrosse club, which means it's one of the last days we'll really get to spend with them. We better make the most of it. We don't have much time left to spend with Emily and Teresa, which means we'll have to wring out every last drop of fun of it while we can. Oh yeah, I'll be passing the second year training regimen down to you tomorrow. It's crazy hard, but you're ready for it, aren't you? Give me a hell yeah. Hell of course? Ferris has been working really hard to take up the role of captain now that we're leaving. He might have hit a rough patch or two along the way, but it's good to know I can graduate worry-free now. Oh, I have been appointed the new captain of the Academy's lacrosse club. I swear my name is a Floral. I will do a stellar job in fulfilling the numerous duties that come with the title. Though perhaps bringing my rivalry with Alyssa to its conclusion by the end of the month will take precedent for now. Moving on to the next issue. What should be done about inviting new members to the club next month? Does it also mean that next month will also be the introduction to new class members? Like the new class for next year? Or is she meaning that people that are now first years, that said she's trying to recruit to be members in the next year? The Imperial Army will be establishing a major new air fleet soon, you know? So Emily and I are going to sign up. You can imagine how well Father took the news, but we managed to talk him around to the idea. Emily's already fired up at the thought of being an officer like Captain Claire one day. Emily and I are planning to join the Imperial Army's new air fleet after graduation. It's a tad nerve-wracking to be sure, but I'll have Emily with me. I know everything is going to work out just fine. Yeah, I think so too. That hangar is in use already from what I hear. Not much, but it's a start. It'll probably be used way more in the future though. We might even end up with soldat-related classes thanks to it. Kinda makes me feel like I'm graduating too soon. I can't say I don't know how you feel. But I think we should just believe in the first years now. They've grown a lot since their first day. They'll be fine. I suppose that's true. Well, I think she's just saying too soon because the prospect of riding a soldat might be very exciting as a student. And if she graduates, she doesn't have that opportunity unless she enlists in the army. It's been an eventful 2 years here, but a fun 2 years nonetheless. Looking at me getting all down like it's over, we still got time to enjoy it. It's hard to believe tomorrow will be our final free day here at the academy. Maybe I should show my face in the saloon at some point. Try not to end it with any regrets, okay? Ah, the saloon. Would be great if we were allowed at least one time entrance there, just to look around to see how it looks like, how rich it feels with all the decadent features that I think might be there. They won't allow it, but it is a nice idea to have of a possibility, you know? Ah, the radio filled me in on everything you were up to over in Crossbell. To think you used to need my help to get onto the radio. Nowadays, the radio follows you. That is very, very impressive. But, no, just take care, okay? The radio filled me in on everything you were over in Crossbell. Do me a favor and look after yourself, will you? You promise? Monk is a nice guy, isn't he? He's a little bit weird, but underneath it all, he is really nice. It's hard to believe the second years only have a couple of weeks left here now. I still remember the day they enrolled here like it was yesterday. I think I'll treat them to something nice tomorrow. I still remember the day the second years enrolled here like it was yesterday. I'll treat them to something nice tomorrow. Well, then I'll be back here tomorrow. And hoping that he actually gives me something nice. Saloon for the exclusive use of the nobility. Lower class students may not enter under any circumstances. Sitting in the club room as the sun sets, reading and writing with Dorothy. I really love times like these. I hardly realized just how much until recently, truth be told. It's kind of sad to think that come next month, this will all be a memory. It's only now that I realize how much I've come to love the literature club. Even though I spend most of my time evading Dorothy's attempts to turn me onto her favorite genre, I'll really miss it. You feeling any better now? I mean, endless ocean of work aside. Honestly, the work's not all that bad. It's kinda nice to get back to a mundane life after so long away. I think my time in Crossbell helped me realize what's important to me, like spending time with everyone here. If you say so, just don't forget to rest up. Knowing you, you'll be busy again soon enough. Make sure to get some rest. Knowing you, you'll be busy again soon enough. Well, I actually was a little lost about what to do once I graduate, but my heart's finally set on becoming a writer. That's why I've been submitting my work to every literature magazine I can find. Literature is an important part of our culture, so I don't want the award to ever make us lose sight of that. And if it can do that through a profession I love, well, all the better. I've been submitting work to all sorts of different literature magazines, hoping to become a published author. Shockingly, none of them have been terribly keen on my work so far. Not that it worries me. You know what they say, the best cure for a downtrodden heart is beautiful romance between the purest of boys. Oh. She's gonna write trashy little novella magazines, isn't it? Yeah, boy on boy love kind of stuff. Yes, it definitely is. Well, it's scary just how fast the time has gone. I'm sorry that I couldn't accept your request though. Hey, don't worry about it. By the sounds of it, there's only gonna be one chess club member next year anyway, for both upper and lower class students to use. Live your life how you want to. I couldn't ask for anything else. Thank you. Yeah, again, little signs that things are changing. And not necessarily for the better. I can't believe Makias and I have known each other for an entire year now. Time really flies. All the late nights we spent together battling it out over a chessboard. Just the thought makes me all emotional. Aw, come on. There's nothing to cry about. We're lucky to have been students here. Not only did we get great classmates, but we got great second years too. And yes, I am including Crow. Yeah, because even though who he actually was and what happened with him, he was still a decent guy underneath it all. Or at least that's what I want to believe. And I think the rest of the class as well. Oh yeah, my brother finally got back from Crossbell. He just showed out of nowhere back home. It was a big deal though, given how long he's been out of touch. I was out fishing and missed the whole thing. It seems like there's been a change in the ecology of fishing spots all over Erebonia in the past few months, which is a fancy way of saying my old fishing strategies don't work anymore and I've got to think up new ones. At least that's fun to do. So meaning that next game we can start all over again, getting our ranks back again. Not one extra rod, just for novelty's sake. Rex and I sent some of our war photos to the Imperial Chronicle, and they really loved them. We even received special recognition during the last Pulitzer Prize ceremony. That in turn led a man named Norton to offer me a job at the Chronicle, which I graciously accepted. I plan to use the position to spread the truths to as many people as possible. Ah, good, so he actually has a career all set and ready. And Norton is a good guy, we know him. Rex and I received special recognition during the last Pulitzer Prize ceremony for the photos we sent in. The Chronicle even extended me a job offer, so that's where I'll be after I graduate. Rex, on the other hand, still hasn't expanded his photographic interest beyond girls. Why did I leave the future of the club in his hands? Because at least he will have his hands on something else than girls, so yes. This appears to be an unused room. This was the Occult Research Society's room. I can't see any sign of Beryl either. Maybe the club's been closed? Then where's Beryl? Does it mean that something happened and she had to go home or something? Or is it gonna turn out that Beryl never was real and the occult club was even more accurate than it ever was and she was actually a ghost? Okay, I gotta stop this train of thought because it's gonna be weird, really weird. Towa's handing over all her work to the rest of the student council. Should be ending today. So I'm guessing she's still here. Yeah, we're done. We went everywhere, we talked to everyone. I think we can continue straight away. There's definitely someone in there, but there's no response. Oh, I know. Excuse me? I'm coming in.
Yep, I knew it.
After a long year of constant work and pressure, she can finally let it all down and just rest.
No wonder she fell asleep. She must have been really busy getting everything sorted out for the spring. Makes me remember finding her like this over in the computer room. Oh, right. I probably shouldn't look too much or she'll get mad when she wakes up.
Angie, George, Crow. Rean? What are you doing in my room?
This is not your room anymore.
This is the student council room. I must have fallen asleep.
Sorry for coming in without permission. I did knock, though.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault for dozing off like this. Why do you always have to keep finding me like that?
Well, it takes a lot of time and effort.
I hope you weren't looking at me while I was sleeping again.
Maybe I did, maybe I don't.
I did try to look as little as possible.
Well, if you say so. Is something the matter? You're not looking too well.
No, I'm fine. Maybe the light streaming in through the window is making me look off color? I feel fine, really.
Come with me.
What's this all about?
I know that you're a boy and all, and I do think that you've grown a lot during your year here. No, I probably shouldn't even call you a boy anymore. You're a grown man now, but that doesn't mean you always have to stand and endure everything life throws your way. Okay? If it gets too much, it's alright to sit down and let it all out. Whether you're a boy or a grown man doesn't change that. It's okay, Rean.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I promised I'd bring him back. I promised I'd make him graduate with you. But I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You did everything you could. You made sure he knew how we all felt. And you let all of us know how he really felt too. So, don't get so worked up about it. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't want anyone to see me like that.
Well, I guess we're even then. Not like I jump for joy every time you catch me sleeping.
Have you finished getting everything ready for the next student council now, by the way?
Yep, my days of being president are almost done. The first years taking over are really smart, though. I barely had to teach a thing in the end.
Still, it must have been hard work getting through it all. You're going on a tour of various NGOs after graduation, right?
Yep. The plan's to take a year to visit NGOs in lots of different fields. Politics, economics, engineering, medicine. After that, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'll probably join either the army or something related to the government, I suppose.
Yeah, I can see Toa going into the government. She'd be real good in arranging everything. And to me, it would be better than the army for her, at least.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd both love to have you. There's no chance either one would say no to you. Especially since taking a year off hasn't made them any less determined to recruit you. After all you did with commanding the courageous, it's no wonder you're so in demand.
I don't know. I don't think I did anything special, really. Still, I feel like it'd be best in the long run for me to see the world from a variety of different perspectives.
Basically what Class 7 also did during their studies.
I don't know what path I'll choose, but I want to step onto it with a firm decision on how things should be. I think that's the best thing I can do for this country's future. Maybe I'm being a little overdramatic there, though.
She says to Rean.
Not at all. After how much you've done for this academy, I can only imagine how much you could do for this country. Just try not to overwork yourself, okay?
Yes, and in the end, in Cold Steel 4, Toa is gonna be the real villain of the story, trying to force her ideals in the entire country. And if that happens, we're just gonna let it.
We're with you all the way, but we will always worry, you know?
Thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. What was it that made you come here? I mean, I'm happy you did, but...
Oh, I'd completely forgotten too. I just came to ask if there was anything I could do to help tomorrow, seeing as it's another free day.
But you've only just come back. And besides, tomorrow's your...
That's all the more reason I want to spend tomorrow's free day the same way I spent all of the others. It wouldn't feel like our final free day is Class 7 if it were any different.
Well, if you say so. Okay. I do have a few things in mind, so I'll just drop them into your mailbox in the dorm like I always do. And thanks for offering.
Yeah, time to go back to the dorm. But yeah, that little scene with him breaking down about Crow, it was hard to watch. It was a good one, it was. But yeah, there's a lot of very big load behind that. He really did try. Anyway, Rean. Oh, hey guys, I didn't expect to run into you. Yeah, crazy coincidence, huh? Are you heading back to the dormitory too? Well, that was the idea. Then why don't we all head back together then? It's nice seeing the flowers as they start to bloom. Yeah, I know you said earlier that they'd be in full bloom in a week, but I'm thinking it will be close to the end of the month personally. Just in time for the welcoming ceremony. The new students will be able to begin their academic lives here, surrounded by the Lena flowers, just as we did. How wonderful. You all known each other since your first day here, right? That's right, nobody else started part way through the year, like you did. But back then, I never could have imagined we'd get along this well. We got off kind of a rocky start. You telling me. Especially Makias and Uses. For what it's worth, I do regret the way I behaved back then. It's not exactly something I'm terribly proud of. Think nothing of it. Immaturity makes fools of even the best of us sometimes. Thanks, hold on, what's with that expression? You weren't exactly standing on the moral high ground either. I wouldn't have as much of a reason to behave the way I did if you hadn't kept looking down your nose at me. Did you not hear me say the best of us? It was a hell of all of us at a time, but it's all just a fond memory now. I suppose the same could be said about your and Rean's little incident at the start of the year, couldn't it? You just had to bring that up, didn't you? Well, I should have seen this coming. Oh, little incidents are my favorite. Tell me. Well... Oh, don't you dare. She's the last person who needs to know. Our first day finally really was full of surprises. Yeah, I can't imagine too many teachers welcoming their students by dropping them through a hole in the floor. Well, even without having to fight a gargle on the way out, that's a pretty memorable start to a school year. That gargle proved to be quite the opponent too. Yeah, especially back then, at the start of the game. I'll say. And when we finally managed to pull together and defeat it, she just casually drops in like nothing happened. Well, it's like she was lying in wait the whole time, watching and waiting for a chance to strike. That's exactly what she was doing. Still, as exhausting and unusual as it was, that was how our class began. I'm pretty sure it's burned into all of our memories at this point. How could it not be? I have no doubt about that. Even so, I'm sure it's one of the memories that I'll cherish decades into the future. Oh, now you got me all jealous. Now it's my turn to do something crazy, make some super memorable memories too. Oh, don't you even dare. I try to imagine what she's thinking when she says something crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will involve Lemmy. On a hopefully unrelated note, what are we gonna do for dinner tonight? I'd only planned on getting something over at Kirsch, but if anyone has better ideas? Well, I think it may be a good idea to make something for ourselves. If we divide up the work between us, I'm sure our meal will have quite a bit of variety too. In all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if we got in there and Sharon was there. Oh, that sounds nice. My cooking skills were in danger of getting rusty too. No objections here. Well, unless anyone has what they need already, I think it's time to split up. We've probably got a lot to buy, so...
That won't be necessary.
Told ya.
Huh? Sharon?
What reason could you possibly have for being here?
Rean's back, so Sharon wanted to be back too.
The chairman gave me her permission to return to my former position as your dormitory's caretaker, which means I am here to serve you all once more. There may only be a short time left until the end of the year, but I'll make sure you want for nothing during it. I've already started preparing your evening meal, so there's no need to go out and buy anything.
Oh, well, how about that?
I'm fine with this.
I can imagine, so great dinner, made beds, and everything is ready for you in the morning. I would like that as well.
We will gladly accept your offer.
Sharon's cooking's better than whatever grub we could rustle up together anyway. How do you manage to get permission from Mother in the first place, though? Weren't you helping to rebuild the Rhineford group? I thought the company was getting so many orders in, it was struggling to keep up. Now that Master Gwyn has returned to the company, everything is back in order. He and the chairman have been speeding through one task after another since he got back. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Alright, so the Rhineford company has now 2 workaholics on top. Yeah, that's not gonna end well, is it? It might work now, but there's gonna be conflict between those two at some point.
So the former and current chairman make quite a team, I see.
Boy, I'm starving. Wouldn't mind a drink either. With the weather getting warmer, it's just about time for peak beer season. Huh? What are you guys all gathered out here for?
Oh, why are you here? It's a pleasure to see you too, Lady Sarah. I brought a bountiful supply of smoked oysters and sardines if you'd like a snack to accompany your beer. Would you like them alongside your dinner?
Damn it. Yes.
I'm surprised she can just walk around in public like this, you know, considering her affiliation.
Yeah, but we also know that Ouroboros is really loose with their, I dare to say employees. They can make up their own minds on what they want to do or not. And how weird that sounds for a organization like Ouroboros, it works for them, so why not?
I'm guessing there's some sort of agreement in place between Rhineford and the government to leave her alone. Though, even if there weren't, I can't imagine anything would be able to stop Sharon from doing what she wants. Whew, I think I might have eaten too much. It's been so long since we last had Sharon's cooking. She hasn't lost her touch. None of it feels heavy on my stomach at all. Well, that's all my work done for the day.
Maybe I should go see how everyone else is doing.
You can explore Class 7 dorm on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Rean's room. Yeah, we remember. It's been a long time, but we do remember. Alright, but for now I'm gonna leave it here. Next time we're gonna talk to everyone in their own rooms or wherever they are in the dormitory. But for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we talk to everyone and see if we can get a little bit more information on what they're gonna do from now. Will they be here next year, or whatever reason they have something to do out there in the wild? Because about everything I've read in the comments, I'm very curious. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, bye bye.